I moved into what I thought was just another quiet suburban neighborhood until I met Claudia Reynolds. She's the kind of person who believes she runs the entire block, complete with her self-appointed HOA rules and a squad of wannabe enforcers parading around like they had actual authority. Too bad she had no idea who she was messing with. I'm Evan Mercer, and I'm an FBI agent. I don't take threats lightly. But what happened next escalated beyond anything even I had imagined. It began early one morning. A thunderous pounding shook my front door, so forceful it made the windows tremble. Half asleep, I hurried down the hallway, heart pounding. Peeking through the peephole, I spotted two people in matching uniforms with bold letters that read, HOA Police. Their badges were laughable, plastic, and clearly store-bought, but they wore expressions as serious as a federal raid. I opened the door a crack and asked, "Can I help you?" The taller of the two, a square-jawed man, stepped forward. "We're here on official business. Your property has multiple violations. We need to inspect your garage." I narrow my eyes. There's nothing in my garage that violates any rules. The woman beside him, eyes sharp and narrow, replied, "Don't make this difficult. We have authority from the HOA. I calmly responded, "I'm a federal agent. If there's an actual concern, you can show me the proper documentation." The tall man smirked. "Being FBI doesn't exempt you from community codes." Just then, I noticed movement behind them. Claudia stood at the edge of my lawn, arms folded, wearing her usual smug grin. I stepped outside. "Claudia, what is this?" "Just ensuring the rules are enforced," she replied, her tone dripping with faux sweetness. "Your job doesn't place you above the law." The woman officer added, "We've received reports of strange activity from your garage." I laughed dryly. "Strange like what?" Claudia shrugged. "Late-night noises. Possibly hazardous materials. Or maybe something more sinister. This is nonsense, and you know it. If there was a real issue, I'd cooperate. This is harassment." The male officer pulled out a paper. No seal, no official signatures, just a typed letter claiming I was under investigation by the HOA police. "This isn't valid," I said firmly. "You have no right to be here." Claudia rolled her eyes. "You really want to go down this road? We can mark your refusal as another violation. Since when does our HOA have a police force? We only have community volunteers." The woman flashed her toy badge. "We have new powers." "Not in my house," I said, blocking the doorway. "Unless you come back with law enforcement and a warrant, you're not stepping foot inside." "Don't test us," the man warned. "Try to enter," I replied calmly, "and you'll be facing charges." Claudia sneered. "Everyone knows you think you're above the rules." Suddenly, my phone buzzed. It was my supervisor. "Mercer, get to the office now," he ordered. "Something's come up." I turned back to the faux officers. "I have to leave. This conversation is over. If you leave, we'll mark you as uncooperative," the woman warned. "Claudia, this is ridiculous. You know they can't arrest me. They can detain you," she replied coldly. The man pulled out zip ties. "Put those away," I said. "Impersonating law enforcement is a federal offense." Claudia clucked her tongue. "You might want to reconsider. They can write you up. Fake citations mean nothing." The man waved the zip ties in my face. "Want to find out if these are fake too?" I kept my voice level. "I'm leaving to handle official business. Step off my property." Claudia nodded. "We'll be watching. The HOA has eyes." I barked a laugh. The real HOA might. But this isn't it. They finally backed off, snapping a photo of me as they left. My phone buzzed again. "My boss, hurry. It's serious." As I drove to the FBI field office, I noticed the fake HOA cruiser at the end of the street, engine off. Claudia's car was gone. She was likely spreading some twisted version of the story. At the bureau, my boss looked pale. "Local authorities file complaints. About you. Threats, obstruction. They're not real cops," I argued. "Claudia staged everything. Doesn't matter. We have paperwork reports. It's on my desk." I left his office, shaken. Minutes later, I received a text from a blocked number. "We know who you are. Watch your step." That evening, neighbor Tamara knocked on my door, trembling. She showed me a citation for unauthorized paint colors. Same fake format. They said I'll be evicted, she whispered. Don't pay, I said. It's a scam. But fear had already taken root. Work grew tenser. My boss confronted me with more reports. He didn't buy my explanations. If they're private security, he said, I can't protect you. I was being cornered. Y contacta Alvarez, al local cop primetrusta. He traced the HOA cruiser to a private security firm with no license to operate in our state. They're unauthorized, he confirmed. Still, I needed more. I reviewed old HOA files. Claudia had pushed a neighborhood security program years ago. It was voted down. Now she'd resurrected it, without approval. Alvarez warned me, unless neighbors file statements, my hands are tied. Claudia had used fear to silence everyone. One night, she sent 2 officers to Tamara's house. I rushed over and confronted them. Back off, I ordered. I'm FBI. They laughed. Your badge means nothing now. Just then, Alvarez arrived. Show me ID. Now. They hesitated. That badge isn't official. Step away or face arrest. They bolted. Tamara agreed to give a statement. It was a breakthrough, but the threats escalated. My mailbox held a note. You're out of time. Cooperate or lose everything. I received a mysterious flyer about an HOA meeting at Claudia's address. I went, recording device hidden. At the meeting, Claudia announced new rules, her fake police flanking her. We've issued several citations, she said proudly. I stood. Your HOA police are a scam. Unauthorized. Illegal. She scoffed. You're just upset you don't follow the rules. I showed the crowd Alvarez's findings, the security firm's lack of license, and fake citations. Murmurs turned into shouts. Someone grabbed one citation. No seal, no signature. This is fake, a neighbor cried. Just then, Alvarez entered. We're investigating for extortion and impersonation. Claudia went pale. He cuffed her. You can't do this, she shrieked. I have connections. Not anymore, Alvarez replied. Her uncle, a high-ranking FBI official, resigned weeks later. My record was cleared. The Real HOA resumed control. The fake security firm faced legal action. My neighbors apologized. Peace slowly returned. Claudia's empire crumbled, and I stood tall, vindicated, and more determined than ever to protect justice. Sometimes, even the quietest neighborhoods, a storm brews. But as long as truth stands firm, no empire built on lies can last forever.